Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwantner and welcome to Selling Power TV. Today we have the pleasure of speaking with Jeff Seeley, who's the CEO of Karoo. Welcome, Jeff.
Thanks for having me, Gerhard.
How has social media impacted sales?
Well, I think the great thing about social media is that any individual who does a cold call anymore in the world of prospecting is just poorly planning their world. Social media gives you so much information about your prospective client or your existing client. It gives you so much information about the organization, about the people in that organization, and we really allow ourselves to be so interconnected that we can find people pretty easily. It's almost like the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon anymore. You can get to pretty much anyone in the business world right now through one of your own social media contacts.
So social media is all about connection, but also it's all about educating customers and listening. Talk about those parts.
Well, I think what you can learn from social media about your customers' competitive environment is really critical. You know, I always ask salespeople, one of the questions I ask them oftentimes, have you gone out to your customer's kind of Facebook page and look at what the Facebook world is saying about them, or anywhere where there's feedback giving them, as if they're involved with Get Satisfaction, or where are they involved, what are they saying about your customer? And it's shocking how many salespeople don't do that.
And I do it all the time, and I'm astonished to see that certain companies, they don't have a lot of Twitter activity. They have maybe 2,000 followers, or they don't have a LinkedIn group, or they have a Facebook page that's more or less abandoned, and they have a YouTube channel that may have started 2 years ago, and they uploaded maybe 40 videos, and they have 12,000 views. You know, and so the social media profile of many companies is still in the Stone Ages.
Well, and a lot of that was driven because they did everything. And I'm an advocate. If I were a marketing strategist, I'd say, okay, pick one and do it really well, and then feed off of that. Well, you know, if you're trying to do YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, you're going to employ a lot of people to do that. And if you're a growing organization, that's great, but really what you need to do is pick a couple that work best for you, and then as a client, one of the things I like to do is try to give them even things that might be helpful to them. So the biggest issue with social media a lot of times is getting content. How do you get content to put out there? Hey, we just filmed 40 videos, now we want to film 40 more? Or what do we, how do we do that?
Right.
And then there's really no momentum to it. So it becomes pick one and pick one that's really well from a marketing perspective. And maybe as a sales professional, you might be able to help your customer even generate some content, because what you're providing them might be an interesting snippet of, here's the component I supply to this customer, the service I provide, and here's how it impacts you, Mr. Customer or Mrs. Customer, in what you're getting.
And also you want to make the transition between content and a campaign. So you want to integrate, let's say we're doing this video, we are going to promote it on Twitter, we are going to promote it on LinkedIn, we are going to promote it through blog posts where we embed the video. So there is a campaign going on for Karoo at this point. Tell me what has worked best for you.
For us, quite honestly, it's been a LinkedIn group. We have done the Facebook stuff, and quite frankly, we're one of those people who would probably say we've abandoned Facebook to some degree. It's not a business outlet to me, and I think it's a great social world. And I don't encourage our sales teams or anyone to encourage them to be in Facebook, but don't worry about Karoo on Facebook.
Tell me about the Karoo LinkedIn group.
We've created, it's a private group, and interestingly enough, I've talked to a lot of people, do you keep it a private group or a public group? And we're actually thinking about now transitioning to having both. But one, you have to be somewhere in our client base or have been a client for us in some way, shape, or form. And in that, we are constantly putting everything from an inspirational quote. We're writing blogs in there. We have a message from the mentor that goes to 60,000 people every week. We post that in there. So if you didn't get it one place, you get it another. So we're constantly putting content in there that's around improving sales organizations. We've actually allowed people to start doing some job posting in there. So if you're looking for a job or need a job, it becomes a closed group for jobs. So we've tried to create a really social environment. And from that, what it's done is taken us from, quite honestly, about 800 members to over 4,000 members pretty quickly. And I like to think we're not seeing a bunch of likes and comments, so it's not like we're getting the positive feedback of we get 100 likes on this, but I think our customers and our clients are seeing content that's worth looking at.
Awesome. So you're building a community, you practice what you preach. If anybody'd like to get more information, go to Karoot.com.